You think your social media is your personal space? Think again. Because one post, one tweet could cost you your job, your reputation, and even your career. Before you hit post, watch this video till the end. It might just save your career. And if you've ever seen someone lose their job because of social media, drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, because this is the kind of truth everyone needs to hear. It started with a single post, just one photo. Samantha never thought it would matter. It was a Friday night after a long week at work, and she just wanted to unwind. Her company, a mid-sized marketing firm in New York, had just wrapped a major client campaign. Spirits were high. So she went out with friends, took a few pictures, and posted one on Instagram with the caption, "Finally done with that nightmare client, cheers to survival." At first, it was just a moment of harmless humor, something her followers would relate to. Within minutes, the likes rolled in and friends commented with laughing emojis. It felt normal. But by Monday morning, Samantha's world had flipped. When she walked into the office, people were whispering. Her manager called her in. There, sitting in front of her, was a printed screenshot of her post. The caption circled in red ink. "Sam," her manager said quietly, "the client saw this." The client, the same nightmare one she had just celebrated surviving, had been tagged in a campaign post by her company's official account days earlier. Someone connected the dots. The post was shared in a professional group chat, then forwarded to the client. Within hours, they called the firm demanding an explanation. By lunchtime, Samantha's email access was disabled. By 3 p.m., she was asked to clear her desk. She was fired. At first, she couldn't believe it. "It was my Instagram," she argued. "My personal space. I didn't even mention the client by name." But to her employer, it didn't matter. The image had gone public. The client relationship was at risk, and her personal joke had become a professional liability. That's when the realization hit her. In today's world, social media isn't really private anymore. What you say, share, or joke about online can have real-world consequences, even if you didn't mean harm. The truth is, the line between your personal and professional life has blurred beyond recognition. You may think your social media is for friends, family, or followers, but to your employer, every public post reflects the company's image. That's why stories like Samantha's aren't rare anymore. In the past decade, there's been a wave of employees losing their jobs over tweets, posts, or even old comments resurfacing years later. What used to be just venting is now digital evidence of behavior. Behavior companies may see as risky, disrespectful, or unprofessional. Employers don't just represent products or services. They represent values. And when an employee's public actions contradict those values, companies act fast, sometimes too fast, to protect their brand. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Every time you post online, you're on stage, even if the audience feels invisible. Social media creates a false sense of privacy. You might think your followers are all familiar faces, but once a post is shared, screenshotted, or reposted, control disappears. What's private today can go viral tomorrow. A UK study found that 1 in 5 employers have dismissed staff because of something posted on social media. Another survey in the U.S. revealed 70% of companies screen candidates' online behavior before hiring, and 43% have rejected someone based on what they found. So, even if you think no one's watching, someone usually is quietly scrolling, forming impressions, connecting dots. It's not always about what you said, but how it's perceived. Take the case of Justine Sacco, a former communications executive who tweeted a dark joke before boarding a flight to South Africa. The tweet, while intended as sarcasm, exploded while she was in the air. By the time she landed, she had become the #1 trending topic worldwide, and she was fired before she even turned her phone back on. That story became a global warning. Online, context doesn't travel. What you meant, how you felt, or the tone you used, all of it can be lost once your words escape your circle. People interpret things through their own lenses, and the internet rarely waits for explanations. To many employers, reputation equals survival. In the age of viral screenshots, one controversial post from an employee can spark boycotts, public outrage, or negative press, all within hours. So companies have learned to act quickly, sometimes even preemptively. In Samantha's case, the firm didn't wait for the client's response. They made an example of her. To them, it wasn't about her intentions. It was about control. If they didn't respond, it would seem like they condoned it. The digital age has made reputation management more fragile than ever, and that fragility often costs someone their job. Losing your job over a post feels different from any other kind of termination. It feels personal because it is personal. It's your voice, your humor, your life being judged. Samantha spiraled. She deleted her account, avoided friends, and replayed the moment she clicked post over and over again. It was just a joke, she told herself, but the damage was already done. Screenshots don't disappear. For months, she struggled to find another job. Every interview seemed to circle back to the incident. Some recruiters even asked, "Are you the Samantha from Instagram?" That's the dark side of digital permanence. Even when you move on, the internet doesn't. The scary part is, you don't have to do anything wrong in the traditional sense to face consequences. A sarcastic comment can be seen as offensive. A political opinion can alienate clients. A private joke can become public controversy. The internet thrives on outrage, and employers fear becoming its next target. Yet, there's also a growing debate. Should people lose their jobs over personal posts? After all, everyone has opinions. Everyone makes mistakes. Where's the line between free expression and professional accountability? That question has no easy answer, and it's what makes this issue so emotionally charged. Months later, Samantha wrote a blog post about her experience titled, "The Post That Cost Me My Job." Ironically, that post went viral too, but for a different reason. She spoke openly about the gray area between personal freedom and professional responsibility, and people related to her pain. She wasn't trying to justify what happened. She was trying to understand it. And in doing so, she discovered something important. Social media isn't just a tool. It's a mirror. It reflects who we are, or at least who people think we are. In the end, Samantha learned a lesson most of us only realize too late. The digital world doesn't forget. It rewards attention, but punishes mistakes just as fast. And for millions of professionals across the world, the question is no longer, can social media get me fired? It's, when was the last time I checked what my profile says about me? Samantha's story spread online faster than she ever imagined. People debated fiercely in the comments. Some said the company overreacted, others argued she should have known better. But among all the noise, one message stood out. You didn't break the law, but you broke the rule you didn't know existed. That was the truth. Most people who lose their jobs over social media never set out to do anything wrong. They simply cross invisible lines that were never clearly explained. Rule number 1, you represent more than yourself. Even off the clock, your public persona reflects your employer's image. A single post can make people question a company's ethics, culture, or credibility. That's why most organizations quietly monitor employee activity, not to spy, but to protect their brand. Rule number 2, private doesn't mean invisible. Your friends-only post isn't really private. Screenshots can leak, followers can share, and privacy settings change with one platform update. In Samantha's case, a mutual follower shared her post in a professional group chat, and that was all it took. Rule number 3, intent doesn't erase impact. You might mean something as a joke, but the internet doesn't understand tone. Employers don't have time to decode your sense of humor when a client's reputation is on the line. If it looks bad, it is bad, at least from a corporate perspective. Rule number 4, the internet never forgets. Deleting a post might make you feel safe, but digital footprints remain. Employers, recruiters, and even journalists use tools that archive deleted content. What's gone from your feed isn't gone from the web. And finally, rule number 5, you can be judged by association. Liking, sharing, or commenting on someone else's controversial content can also come back to haunt you. Algorithms record every interaction, and employers see patterns, not intentions. Take Jake, a nurse from California, who shared a Facebook photo of his hospital break room, joking about surviving another shift. The post included a patient chart blurred in the background. Within days, he was fired for violating privacy laws. Or Maria, a teacher who posted a TikTok lip-syncing to a trending sound. Except the lyrics were explicit. She never mentioned her school, but students found the account. The video went viral locally, and the district released her for unprofessional online conduct. Both insisted it was unfair. But fairness doesn't always matter when perception drives decisions. The truth is, employers act out of fear of public backlash, legal risks, and negative publicity. In today's cancel culture climate, companies would rather overreact than be accused of staying silent. Social media was supposed to empower us, to give every person a voice. But that freedom comes with a new kind of responsibility, digital accountability. Before, your mistakes stay behind closed doors. Now, they can be shared, screenshot, archived, and spread across the world in seconds. The modern employee lives with a new reality. Your online presence is part of your resume. In fact, surveys show that over 70% of employers check social media before hiring, and half of them continue to monitor staff accounts afterward. That means your profile isn't just a personal outlet. It's an ongoing evaluation. Some companies even have social media clauses in their contracts, allowing termination if posts harm the company's reputation, even if those posts are made off-duty. The solution isn't to disappear from the internet. It's to learn how to live in it wisely. Think before you post. If you wouldn't say it in front of your boss, client, or future employer, don't post it. Simple rule, but it saves careers. Separate professional and personal spaces. Have a locked, private account for close friends, and a public one that reflects your values and work. Boundaries are your best defense. Know your company's policy. Many employees never read it. Some clauses are surprisingly strict, from banning political statements to forbidding mention of company events. Ignorance doesn't protect you. Avoid emotional posting. The worst social media mistakes happen when people are angry, tired, or drunk. Wait 24 hours before posting anything emotional. You'll thank yourself later. Build your online reputation. Use social media to add value. Share your skills, insights, and achievements. The same platforms that can ruin reputations can also make careers. If you use them right, assume nothing is private. Even deleted messages can be screenshotted. When in doubt, imagine your post on a billboard with your name next to it. Would you still hit share? A year after a firing, Samantha started her own freelance marketing business. Ironically, her story helped her gain clients who admired her honesty about digital responsibility. She now trains companies on online reputation awareness, teaching what she once learned the hard way. She often ends her workshops with a single line: "Your social media isn't the problem. Your awareness is." That's the paradox of our time. Your voice can reach the world, but the world can also reach back. The same platform that connects you to opportunity can disconnect you from employment in seconds. In 2025, social media isn't just communication, it's identity. And in a world where screenshots spread faster than apologies, the smartest move isn't silence, it's strategy. Be mindful, not fearful. Be expressive, not reckless. Because the truth is, you could be fired because of social media, but you can also be hired because of it. Your posts are your portfolio. Your words are your brand. And your choices, one click at a time, build the story the world believes about you. Before you hit post, take a breath. Ask yourself, would I still share this if my boss, my parents, or my future self saw it? If not, don't. Because your next click might not just go viral. It might rewrite your future. So, think before you post. Your job, your reputation, and your story might depend on it. Bottom of form,